Hello guys, you're welcome once more to NEPH. If you're new to the channel, you're highly welcome. I'm your tutor, Mr. Okukie. So today I will be teaching us how to solve simple problems like this correctly. Most people solve problems like this in the wrong way in maths. Alright, so let me quickly show us how to solve them correctly. But before that, now let's look at the wrong way. If we have for A, if we have x squared is equals to 25. Most people will simply want to say take the square root of both sides, right? Such that the square root of x squared is now x and the square root of what 25 is 5. Alright? Most times this is how we want to solve this. But this I must tell you is wrong. Okay? But how do we actually solve this? Now if I have x squared which is equals to 25, okay? Now, because it is squared, okay, because this is squared, all right, so it means it is what? A quadratic, all right? So what we need to do is we want to have two solutions because we have it squared. All right, so to get two solutions, I have to say, of course, we are still going to take the square root of both sides by taking the square root of x squared. But while taking it, before I take the square root of 25, okay, the correct thing to do here is you have to put your plus and minus sign. Okay, so that's the correct way. So we will now put our square root of 25. So the square root of x squared is what? X. And the square root of plus minus square root of 25 becomes plus minus 5. So what this means is what? We have our x as equals to plus 5, which is 5, or x as equals to what? Minus 5. So this is the correct way to solve a problem like this. So for our first answer, okay, our x is plus or minus 5. Now let's look at the second problem. For B, we have our x squared is equals to what? 5x. Most people want to solve it by, since x is common, divide this by what? X, divide this by x. X is common on both sides, so we divide both sides by x. Of course, x can cancel x. Here is 1, 1. So on the right hand side, we are left with what? 5. So x will cancel 1 here, so we are left with x is equal to what? 5. Okay? But this solution in mass is what? Wrong. So the question is, what is the correct way to solve a problem like this? So the correct way is this. This is a quadratic, so we have x squared is equals to what? 5x. So anytime you have square, you need to have two solutions for that problem. So what we are going to do is we are going to subtract what? 5x from both sides, okay? If I subtract 5x from both sides, now this side becomes what? 0. And this side becomes x squared minus what? 5x. Okay, now that we have this side as x squared minus 5x is equal to 0, we can now what? We can now apply one of the methods of what? Factorization. So now x is common, we are going to bring out x or factor out x. So if I divide x squared by x, I'm going to have x minus. If I divide 5x by x, I'm going to have 5 is equals to 0. Now we have to remember our rule. If I have a times b is equals to 0, it means a is equals to 0 or b is equals to 0. So now apply this rule on this. So it's like saying this is our what? A, and this is our what? B. So we can now say x is equals to 0 or our x minus 5 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 0 or x, if we add 5 to both sides, so it's that this will be what? X is equals to what? 5. Okay? Because if I add 5 to this, this becomes 0 and we have only x here. If I add 5 to this becomes 5. So this is the correct way to solve something like this. And lastly, let's quickly look at this one. Now for the last one, the incorrect way to solve this is most people want to say, okay, since we have square here and square here, we want to take the square root of both sides. As usual in maths, whenever you want to remove the square sign, you want to take what? The square root. Alright, so this will cancel out this, so we're left with 2x minus 7, which is equals this. Will take out this, which we have as x plus 1. Alright, now we can collect like terms, okay? Now x can come close to 2x here, so we have 2x minus x, okay? So we have minus 7, which is equals to 1. So next, I want to add 7 to both sides, so I want to take this 7 to this side. So 2x minus x is x, which is equals to 1. If I take this 7 across, it becomes plus 7, okay? So our x, okay, in this problem is equals to what? 8. But this way of solving this is wrong. Now the question is, why is it wrong? Now because we can see that if we expand all this, okay, we can now have x as a degree of what? 2. Okay, the highest power of x here becomes 2. So you need to have 2 solutions and not just one solution. So let's look at the correct way of solving the problem. The correct way of solving the problem is, okay, I want to subtract this from both sides. So I'm going to have 2x minus 7 squared. So I'm going to subtract this or bring all this to the left hand side. So I'll have minus x plus 1 squared. So if I subtract this by itself, this side becomes 0. So that is our first step. Now, if you look at this, we can recognize something. This looks like m squared minus what? N squared. Okay, difference of 2 squares. So which is, I can write this as m plus n multiply what? M minus n. Right. So with this, I can refer to this as my m and this as my n. All right. So let us substitute, so this squared minus this squared looks like this. So we want to write it in this form. So let's quickly write it in that form. It's going to be, I have 2x minus 7, which is my n, plus, so plus n, so plus, okay, our n is x plus 1, so x plus 1. Now, in brackets, okay, then we have, okay, our m again is 2x minus 7, so 2x minus 7. Now, minus our n, so minus our n is what? X, okay, plus 1. So we are going to say minus 1. Now, why minus 1? Because minus n means, okay, minus times all this is going to give us minus x, okay, and minus 1, because minus times plus 1 is minus 1. So all this is going to be equal to what? 0. So this is the correct way of solving this. Now, from this stage, we can now solve further. Okay, now let's solve further. We can see that in the bracket certain things are like. So we have 2x plus x. So 2x plus x are like. So we have minus 7 plus 1 minus 7 plus 1. What about for this bracket? We have 2x minus x. So 2x minus x. And we have minus 7 minus 1. So minus 7 minus 1. All this is equal to 0. So 2x plus x is our 3x. So here minus 7 plus 1 is what? Minus 6. Okay, for this, 2x minus x is going to give us what? X. And minus 7 minus 1 is going to give us minus 8, which is equal to 0. Now from this, we can see that we are able to have what? our quadratic, you know, quadratic solution where if you have a multiplied by b equals 0, means a is equals to 0 or b is equals to 0. Okay, so we are going to apply this here. So where we can take all this as what a and all this as what b. Okay, so it means I can say 3x minus 6, which is a, is equals to 0, or x minus 8 is equals to 0. Now from this, if I add 8 to both sides, I'll be having x at the left-hand side is equals to 8. What about this? If we add 6 to both sides, we have 3x is equals to what? 6. And from this, we can divide 3, okay, by both sides. So if I have 3x divided by 3 and 6 divided by 3, this will cancel out this. So our x here is going to be what? 2, right? So we have that our x, this problem is equals to 2, okay, or our x is equals to what? 8. That gives us the solution to this problem. All right, so next time you come across problems like this, you want to solve it the correct way. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. You take care. Bye.